welcome back to Rookie Connoisseurs. I'm Al.
I'm Jeff.
And today the whole premise of this is to give, there's all these whiskey and liquor snobs out there who do these reviews of stuff and tell you all these things you're supposed to smell and taste with the whiskey or the rum or whatever. And you never taste or smell any of it, or at least we never have. Maybe we're just retarded, like liquor retarded.
Yeah, maybe. It's possible.
Quite possible. Yeah. But we decided that there's more like us out there. So we're going to review some of those same beverages, but tell you what you're actually going to taste and smell. We're going to tell you what you should taste and smell according to them. You're going to watch them. And then we're going to tell you what we actually taste and smell. First one we did a rum. Second one we did Red Stag. This time we're actually going to give you an actual legit whiskey, Scotch. Get my shit straight.
You better best unfuck yourself. So.
I'm a rum drinker, dude. I don't do whiskey and Scotch that often, but I'm going to today. And
the ghost of William Wallace is going.
He's gonna rail my ass. So today we're gonna try a legit Scotch, a lowland Scotch. So tell us a little bit about what that might mean, Jeffrey, because you know more about that than I do.
Okay, basically, all the things I've learned about Scotch from the internet.
Specifically, to plug him again,
Ralphie.com. Thanks, Ralphie.
Guy's amazing.
He's going to hate that we've associated him with this travesty.
We might get sued.
I'm sorry, Ralphie. I really am.
We might get sued.
I wish I could say you've made me a better man than this. Anyway. Scotch is produced in several different regions of Scotland. There's Speyside, Highland, Islay. Islay is known for its more smoky, peaty whiskeys. Speyside it's a relatively small region, but it's packed with a lot of distilleries. And the lowland distilleries, like Auchentoshan, I think there's only 3 or 4 distilleries left in the lowlands.
Really?
Yeah, it's not.
It's one of the last few remaining.
It's one of the last few. Now, from what I hear about Auchentoshan, I hear that it's very much a distillery that's coming into its own in another 5 to 10 years. The Auchentoshans will be
badasses.
What they're putting out is going to be better. It needs to age a little bit. Now this is the Auchentoshan Classic. It's the entry level Auchentoshan. It's not. That's exactly what it is. It's if you want to give it a shot and see what they have, but it's not an age statement Scotch. It's not a 7-year-old, a 12-year-old. It's kind of like God knows how old actually the whiskey is in here. It's a mix of very young with potentially.
Doesn't even say how old.
Yeah, so it's not an age statement whiskey. So it's pretty young in all likelihood. But we're going to see. One of the things that drew me to this particular Scotch is that its reviews, from what I can find, are really all over the board. There's no consensus. Some people hate it. And some people like it. Some people think it's a good.
The review site that I'm looking at, these are the reviews I see in order. Don't recommend. Bleh. Horrible. Flowery vodka. Good for breakfast. Nice but a little thin. Okay for price, but not an Auchentoshan. Mr. Spencer, I guess that's the guy's name. Terrible, not worth it. Lots of flavors if you take it neat. So on and so forth. Shit's all over the board. It'll go from a 5-star rating to a 2-star rating, or even a 1.5. So, I mean, I'm expecting good things, because anytime I see a bottle that comes in a box, shit's gotta be fancy.
Pinky's out.
Pinky's out. All right, first thing I ever tried in a bottle in a box was Ron Zacapa rum, which is the holy grail of rum to me. Shall angels or whatever you believe in praise their name because they're wonderful. So we're gonna try this bad boy.
This is the kind of design and styling on the bottle feels very kind of modern, hipster, industrial almost.
That's
to me.
a great.
It's kind of like a.
Did Bradley get you to buy this?
He didn't. He did
You'll
not
meet
at all.
Bradley eventually, and that describes Bradley really well.
It's like to me, it's the aesthetic. If someone moved into an old ironworking factory and turned it into art lofts and a bar, it's kind of the aesthetic of the design. I have no idea if the old Auchentoshan distillery is in a place like that. I don't know. But I like the design. It's kind of a clean.
Too. It's clean. It's simple.
It's a nice shape bottle. I like it.
If you say so. So what we're supposed to smell in this? You can start pouring while I talk.
All right.
Are fairly sweet, toasty bourbon notes with a creamy vanilla, intertwined with lush, ripe, cooked fruit, perhaps coconut.
Perhaps.
So we're looking for bourbon notes, creamy vanilla, and coconut in our smell.
All right,
We'll see if that happens.
I want to see, first of all, before we continue, what the box says.
The box actually does say that you're supposed to smell vanilla and coconut.
All right, vanilla and coconut.
Vanilla and coconut.
Smell them or taste them?
It's smell. All the box says is smell. The box doesn't say anything about taste. You know, I can get a little bit of coconut. I really do. Kind of a burnt coconut. But I get a little bit of a coconutty smell. I can see that.
I don't know what it is. I'm not getting any coconut. I
don't get the vanilla.
I could maybe see coconut if it was like an unsplit whole coconut that you burned in a campfire. And that kind of smell.
I said burnt coconut.
I could see... But I smell like fresh sawdust.
I don't get that at all, dude. So that's the joy
of having two
people. You get two different. That's why this rum is so
smoky wood shop floor is kind of what I get, and not in a bad way.
Oh, I really don't. Right, so let's give it the first taste, Jeff. We're supposed to, on the palate, it's supposed to be fruity with typical Auchentoshan refinement.
It's Auchentoshan, you barbarian.
Yeah, that refinement with white peach and creme anglaise.
Creme what?
No, anglaise? Anglaise?
Sure, let's go with that.
If he can't pronounce it, I don't feel as bad. With a finish that is clean, floral freshness with a little more zest with white peach and apple.
Okay.
Let's see if we get that. An apple. Just a tinge. But there's a burn to it.
I'm going to see if I get that on second tasting, but first impression is just overpowering smoky wood.
I won't disagree with that. I won't disagree with that.
It's very charred cask.
Yeah. Having tasted apple wise before, I taste the apple. I definitely get the apple flavor that's there, but I think it gets overpowered. I really do think it gets a little bit overpowered. In a second, I'm going to tell you why this shit's not as good as it claims to be. I read something on the bottle that just explained fucking everything that you need to know. Don't look yet. I want you to be surprised too.
I'll be honest. I've been working on this, trying to taste,
He's
trying to unpack. I've been trying to unpack something from
Still
this
nothing.
bouquet.
Still not getting anything?
And really, most all I get is
That smokiness, the
smoky
smokiness.
wood.
I get the smoky wood, but I definitely get some apple flavor there. It's not strong enough to enjoy, but it's there. I'm not saying anything's wrong with the poor people at Auchentoshan and the Scotch that they produce. But look at the back of that bottle, Jeffrey, and tell me what American alcohol company they're associated with. Sky.
Poor Sky Vodka.
Sky Vodka is who brings this to us.
Okay, they're just the importer. All they did...
They touched it, and that was bad enough. They put the goddamn hands on the Scotch, and they fucked it up for everybody. Now we get oaky smokiness instead of apple and white peach and floral notes. I ain't get shit for floral notes.
I'll be honest, if Sky could give any complexity to anything they ever did, I would be pleasantly surprised.
This included. Yeah, it's just it's a disappointing Scotch. I don't hate it, but I wouldn't want to have more than one. Like, I might have a second one if somebody offered it to be polite, but definitely not more than one. It's just not that good.
I mean, for a Scotch, for a single malt that claims sweet aromas, that claims
Bullshit.
smooth, delicate taste on the bottle,
It's bullshit.
It's not. I don't get sweet aromas.
No.
I don't get a smooth, delicate taste.
No.
I don't get it. It doesn't come across to me.
How much did this run you, Jeff?
This was about $25. This is actually reasonable.
It's reasonable for a single malt Scotch. Considering the price point, I give it a 5. I think it's completely across the board average. Nothing special.
I'm really torn here because
nothing flashy.
I
but not horrible.
I expect and want different things out of a single malt Scotch than I do from a similarly priced $25 bottle of liquor.
I don't know if that's
where in terms of I don't
know if that's a fair comparison though, because $25, a $25 rum is good. A $25 Scotch is not, and we've proven that now. $25 vodka, who fucking knows? Because I don't goddamn drink vodka.
Honestly, in my brief aside asterisk for vodka, I actually think it would be interesting to do tequila at one point.
Like a sippable tequila?
Yeah, there is a lot of variety and complexity to tequila.
I tried to get you to buy the Cabo Wabo today. Sammy Hagar.
We'll see what...
Hopefully he's better at tequila than he is at leading Van Halen. Was it good? I think that's enough for this one.
I just want to wrap up the Auchentoshan. I mean, really...
I said 5. You never gave it a number.
I think there are definitely better Auchentoshans than this. I certainly hope there are. I will say I don't buy a Scotch for the same reasons I buy like a $25 anything else, but I will say I was pleased with this in that it was a complex experience. It was an interesting taste comparison alongside some of the other Scotches we've tried, but I wouldn't hurry back to buy the Auchentoshan Classic in a hurry. I'm really hesitant to give it a number score against other liquors, but in terms of just solely against other single malt Scotches, I would give it like a 6.
Really?
I would give it a 6.
Ooh, he's nicer at this than I am. That shit ain't a 6.
I mean, I would
strong 5, and 5 is pushing it.
I would
you know that last pull up you do where you barely get your nose over the bar to a 5? That's what this motherfucker is.
I would give it a 6. I think it's because to me something like a 5. It's not. I want to say it's average, but it's. I don't know. I think
a 6 to
and
me
here's
says
the thing.
A 6 to me says you would buy this again, and I would not pay money for this. I'm glad I didn't.
You're so cruel. These poor people worked hard making this Scotch.
Hey, more power to them, but this is definitely the run of the litter.
Yeah,
This is the one that nobody wants to adopt. That stays at the puppy mill.
I don't know. I mean, I wasn't disappointed in this. I got out of it what I wanted.
Box. I was disappointed. Shit came in a box and then it sucked. I was disappointed.
It wasn't. I don't know. It didn't exceed my expectations. It didn't disappoint them either. It was kind of exactly what I expected. I will say it didn't meet the taste profile I expected. It gave me a different taste profile, but the one it gave me was interesting, and I enjoyed it.
It didn't meet what it said it did. But I think that's the whole point of this video blog, or whatever this is to prove that sometimes that you don't have to taste what they say you're supposed to taste. And don't pretend like you do taste it. Be honest with yourself. There ain't shit about this white peach floral scent, smell, taste shit. There's a lot of wood and a lot of smoke with a little bit of apple. And Jeff can't even taste the apple, and he still gave it a 6. I would say go buy a bottle just to try it. to see what the polarizing is. Y'all may like it better than we do, or better than I did, because I didn't care for it myself. But who knows? But I wouldn't buy it. I don't recommend it. Unless you just want to see what the allure is of this bipolaring Scotch. Maybe I just don't like Scotch, period. I don't know. We'll have to buy more Scotch and try it to see.
It's going to be really... I will bear this cross.
Hey, I'll provide the rum, you provide the Scotch, and you'll spend way more money than I will. Guys, I hope you enjoyed watching it. We're making this to hopefully be a little bit informative and a lot of bit enjoyable. Hopefully it achieves at least half of that. See y'all next time when we review whatever the fuck we decide to review. Maybe we'll get some Elijah Craig. The good shit. See you guys later. Cheers.
In my vodka experience, there is
special feature section.
There is drinkable vodka, and there's undrinkable vodka, and that's really the only distinction I've ever found. Taka is really straddling the border between drinkable and undrinkable vodka.
Taka is
the only undrinkable vodka I've had is that bottom shelf plastic jug shit. That's not even. It's
vodka.
It's not even
special.
It's not even Taka. It's not even. It's just I don't know.
It's bathroom cleaner in a bottle that says vodka.
This bottle should come with a referral card to your local AA chapter. Vodka. That's what we're talking about. And to me, like I've tried artisan handmade copper still vodka. I've tried the Grey Goose. I've tried. Maybe I'm not drinking the right vodka. I don't know.
Goose is just a name.
I've had many different vodkas, and to me, they all taste like vodka. And then when I have a bad vodka, it tastes like terrible fucking vodka, like turpentine, undrinkable. Can't even mix it with orange juice. Throw it away, vodka. Can't even.
Wow.
No, when it's that bad, like
I don't.
But. Regardless,
if y'all really wanted to see a vodka, we would do a vodka. But otherwise, I'm probably never going to buy one to put on this table to disgrace this lovely table with vodka.